Hello! How are you going on? Answer me please if you can hear me. It's been a while when we have met. Sorry, met of course. I only meant met. I want to narrate you a new story of my life, and this story concern a group of teachers who supposed to be example of patience and diligently try to speak in English and write in English in the group where I have been offended and insulted when I tried to write there in English, and when one of teachers complained that her pupils have repugnant behavior while the lessons. I advised her to avoid mistakes what we are doing every day, and notice her notice parents of those pupils to know that there is much problem with your son or daughter, and if you agree with their improvements, we will in this case will proceed our lessons. If you have problem with it, it be better to stop it and maybe try to find a new teacher who maybe will be able to bring to your child more knowledge than I did. And I wrote this answer in English, and I understand while I'm writing it that there is a lot of mistakes, but I understand that I never will be perfect in this occasion. I mean, writing skills, and I'm trying to explain why I did it. Could you imagine there is a group where gathered a lot of teachers who supposed to speak easily in English and write much more easily than speak too, and I only tried to practice more, and during the practice create custom to have conversation and discuss only in English without using Russian's questions of answered and so on. But I was immediately offended by one of fatso. It was quite fat woman who have her own school in some kind of country, or I don't know what it means, Dragunovo or something like that. He offended me without patience and understanding that I made too many mistakes, and it's better for me to answer in Russian without using my English skills. When I asked her whether he could point on my mistakes and do it correctly without salting and and to be more patiently when she will be will she do it. She only answered me that she know English much better than have I do, and she didn't want to correct my mistakes. But after all, one of the teachers who haven't hadn't got avatar picture in the contact where supposed to be he imagined. Without it was anime picture, completely described all my mistakes what I did, and I was so upset that I cried and uh, throw out all my books because it was too hard for me experience such kind of um, way when you passed through enormous uh, enormous value of books, and after all you make such mere mistakes. And I in Thursday decided for myself to stop teaching, because how you suggest I should teaching if I make my own mistake, if I can't fix my own mistakes, not in speaking or speech, but in my own essay, what I have left in this group. But when this Fetso stop offending me and I leave this group with being completely disappointed with myself, and decided to stop my teaching practice. Reason of they spoke about me that you couldn't be teacher if you even can't fix your such common mistakes. And I agreed with them, because they completely right. And when I was tired after my work and fall asleep, but in the evening when I have met with my friends who explained me that he whatsoever he have work where he well paid for his skills, he would never pass some kind of test due with his professions. He work as a programmer or IT specialist. And I was advised to don't refuse of my work and proceed do it, because whatever I make mistakes or not, it's more important stay I still or trying to improve and to move forward every day. And I'm really spending every day more than 2 hours, as you know, to improve my skills. I get through many books, and I going to pass through more than it, and repeat my reading these books to remember those things what I already forget. And my friend, as I said, advised me to do my practice as a teacher, because he underlined my skills to speak, even if I have delays between words. But he was witness when I speak with native speakers from America, Minnesota, Florida, and other places, and I have been understood whatever I wanted to say. Either it was about games which we playing, or about another kind of things which we stumble in our life. And I want to try call out of my mind why I became so easily hurt from those who I even don't know. I suggest that those who call himself teacher obliged to be patient and polite to those who he don't know. And even if you noticed that someone made a mistake, you don't you're not allowed to insult him or offend him, because he is not your relative or friend to have behavior toward him in such obscene temper manner. And I even don't understand what's happening with what is happening with what are happening with pupils who learn in her school, who offend me yesterday. But understand my things what I can't do or say, and I understand that I so far from perfect, and I nowhere near perfect. And if each of those with whom I stumble will be offend me, I will never reach a point of good speaking English. And if it were teachers who, if it were common peoples who offend me, it would be not so hurting. But it were teachers who have practiced more than 20 years, and they still speak as children in America or Great Britain, and can't allow themselves to use a new vocabulary, because they completely tie with their obsession about grammar or those customs what they put in their heads. I don't know how such kind of teachers could learn you something. You only will be able to determine what this color, black or yellow, but after all you will not be able to speak freely. And I really want to see how they to do it. They speak their speaking skills which is supposed to be much better than a common mm, man who willed this. Oh, hello, my friends. Артем Хуртов, Nikita Kozlov. It's my old friends whose I know about 2 years. And though I have many problems with my pronunciation or complaining, no, or not complaining, sorry, or making new sentences and using those grammar constructions which I have passed, I'm going to proceed my way in English, and I have already perfect understanding of what I listening while during watching the films, and easily speak with someone who origin from England or especially USA. And I would like to confess that it would be better if I don't hurt myself those words which throat in my soul about my English, and that I couldn't be that I can't be teacher. And yesterday I have decided to determine it after some years, about 3 or 5, whether I can be a teacher or not. And I don't know what I should merit yet. I really love my work, and I subsequently want to be interpreter too, not only teacher. And I about to find additional work in another school, because I have only 2 days completely fill in with lessons, but I suggest that I could manage with more than it, about 4 days or 5, but I never will be work 7 days, I hope, because my life is based on living from holidays to holidays, and don't think that all my day I passed at my computer. I spending much time learning foreign literature, religious literature, and other. And I should return to those teachers who offended me. And the first of them said that I'd better to write in Russian, and later completely make out or my mistakes. Regarding later, there is no problem. She only did what I asked. I mean, when I brought them question about what exactly I wrote wrong. Did I write wrong? But she only sort out my mistakes and point on them. But regarding first of them, this fat woman who have her own school where she, with her obscene temper, learn young ones, and in my opinion, she deceiving their parents because she, it seems, promised them to give their children a lot of knowledge, much knowledge, and she was hilarious when she pointed on my phrase when I write on my eye. It means in Russian, на мой взгляд, that it's wrong phrase, and it's considered also phrase I'm counting, that have same meaning with Russians. Я считаю. You can counting not only things, phones, pens. You able to counting. It's like, in my opinion, phrase, same meaning. So when someone trying to say me that learn English it's easy task, I only can't answer that it would be better to stop arguing and forget about your words. But if you want to speak as children, excluding precious words, various kind of phrases or idioms, it's really quite easy, because when we with my pupils succeeded in plenty of phrases that they have wielded perfectly. As I mentioned before, I can, I want, let's, something I like, I don't like, and so on. There is useful phrases for young ones and for those who only wish to explain native speakers what he want exactly. But my desire to improve my English on those level where I will easily explain not only mainstream things, but more impressive, something like that. And I don't know when I will be proud of me, proud myself, and but now I have a lot of work to do, and it's not sweet perfectly. It's not sweet perfectly at present. I tried to put it mildly, but as you can notice, it's too hard to speak when you one in a small room and narrating, having narrate about something without particular direction of your speech. But I hope once I will find those who will have desired to speak with me too. And if you that one, please leave your message under video, and I emphasize that your skill, it doesn't matter, only your wish and desire, and you should be determined to improve your English, and I will help you whatsoever I should to do. And now I have to go because I don't know what I should to speak about. I completely deprived skill of compelling something, and maybe it would better to wait someone who will able to speak with me. But now I only want to say you bye.